Today I will teach a poem for class 9 named Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Though this poem is meant for class 9, actually this is one of the best poem for high school standard classes, and this is meant for one and all from 6 to even post graduations. Now today we are deeply mourned by the sudden demise of Irfan Khan, a versatile actor, my loved one. And his sudden demise has created a great void in the filmy world, Bollywood as well as Hollywood. Though down to earth in appearance, but his artistic creativity as high as mountain. And you know well, his creativity has started in the film like a Slumdog Millionaire, Oscar-winning film, and he has got national award for the film Punching Tomor. Many of the film debuts like that of Angrezi Mediums, Life of a Pie deserves well mentions, you know. And my heartfelt homage to this departed fool. Now I'd like to say about the poet Robert Lee Frost. Robert Lee Frost, an American poet born in San Francisco, is best known for his spare poems about New England. Already it is displayed in my slide and you can see through your screen. And now I would like to say about the poem, that is synopsis of this poem, The Road Not Taken. Robert Frost got fascinated by the word that is called road, and many of the poems like Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, and you know in the class 12 a poem is the roadside stand. So there is a inclination to this word that is called road as well as woods. Similarly, in this poem, that is Road Not Taken, that is an important one, and this poem is particularly written to his friend Edward Thomas, and this is merely meant for sheer jokes. Later he has become serious when he has discovered the multiplicity of the themes of the poem. And here the poets conveys a autobiographical element in this poem. The poet Robert Frost, essentially an American poet, but he has started his career an unconventional one, and he has sold his entire wealth of the country America, of his paternal property. Thereafter he has sailed to England in order to bring his fate or luck or fortunes. But after going to England, he has not got success, the desired one. Later he has returned to his home country, American, and then he has got tremendous success. And he is an unofficial poet laureate recognized through the country, America, and he is one of the best loved poets, modern poets, though romantic in spirit or considered as a nature poet, but not in the typical sense, the way the Wordsworth and other poets are called nature poets. But his style is versatile, simple, but little bit he has created bafflement, but it is related with the lives of paradox, and finally he has started to give some solution. In this poem, Road Not Taken, road is actually a metaphor for life. Here, the choices of individuals. Now, I'd like to teach you stanza-wise meaning of this poem. Let's see. The roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both, and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. And here you see, the poet was actually standing alone, or poet was traveling alone in a forest, and he reached a fork or a junction or a point where the road actually diverged in curved or branched up into two directions, and the poet stood aghast or bewildered which road he has to take. So he, being dumbfounded, took time to choose one. In a yellow wood, this yellow actually means in the seasons of autumn, the leaves of the trees have fallen and that have turned yellow. And wood is means here forests and diverse years cut off. And this yellow also symbolic of hard choices, ups and downs, and trials and tribulations of life. So yellow may be considered as metaphorical, symbolic. And being a one traveler, he says how he could travel both. Though he has a desire in his mind that he has to travel both, but it is hardly possible for a person to travel both the roads. So look down the both the roads as far as he could. Where this road bent, took a bend, took a bend into undergrowth in the deep forest. And in this way, the poet has taken time to choose what road he has to take. You can see rhyming scheme of this particular stanza, which is followed in the even the remaining stanza. The whole poem comprises 4 stanzas, and each stanza comprising 5 lines. The first line, last word is would, then it rhymes with stood, then again could, and second line, last word is both, then undergrowth. Naturally, according to your knowledge, if you know how to identify rhyme scheme, you put letter A, then immediately it will not rhyme with the both, so naturally it will be B, and third line would and stood, it will be again U. So rhyme scheme here is AB, AAB. Same method is followed in the remaining 3 stanzas. Now I would like to switch over to the next stanza, that is, then took the other as fast just as fear, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Here also rhyming scheme followed, that is AB, AAB. Now poet, after pondering over a lot, he took the other route, and taking the first route that he has to take the other day. As he thought of initially, it is as just as fair. Both the roads seem to be equally fair, but he thinks the second road must have some better claim. I would say this road is choices of own life. The poet Robert Frost has taken an unconventional way. He has wanted to become a successful writer or the poet, which is very much adventurous one, risky one. But the poet has taken such a risky to have better perspective. That's why he has taken this less traveled path. So it is mentioned it was grassy and wanted wear. And here the road is personified. As it is mentioned, wanted wear. Generally, we the peoples are worn out. Wear means that is tear and use. So this road was grassy and it requires to be used. Though us as for that passing there. But while the poet started passing over there, then he has discovered it is not so that is called less travel as he thought so, but it is in his mind that it is less traveled. So it is risky, that adventurous. So in order to become successful or become successful in compared to others, he has taken such a less traveled path. Now I would switch over to the third stanza. That is, what about the both that morning equally lay, and in the next morning when he has started his journey, he has seen the both the roads are not trodden, rather untrodden. The leaves means leaves of the trees. There were no step of, that is called human beings, feet, that are trodden black. And black means if these roads are crushed by the human feet, definitely it has become smeared with black, but that does not happen. Even though the road that is poet in this road not taken, kept the first one, first for another day, that he would also take the first road another day, and he had taken the second one. But you think the poet doubted whether he would be successful to come again, to start again, or to touch or to travel the first road. Is it possible? No. Practically it is not possible. It is not possible because the road he has taken, that one leads to one another. That was to explore the many unexplored, and in this way he'll rediscover many things, and hardly he comes back to another day to take the choice of the first one, so that this mentioned I doubted as if I should ever come back. So it is not possible for him to come back, because being one individual, he cannot take the choices. That is both. That is not possible for the human beings. Now I would like to switch over to the final, that is called stanza. In this final stanza, the poet has mentioned, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence. This is a fairy tale beginning. Just to look and see, somewhere ages and ages since. Hence, so this has a fairy tale beginning or fairy tale end as well, because in order to attract the readers, the way the fairy tales has started with, once upon a time there was a king 1,000 years ago. Similarly, I shall be telling with a sigh, and this sigh indicates a regret, point of regret. This question has arisen in the minds of the readers, whether the poet has taken such a choice of the second road, that is unconventional one. He is contented or discontented. Actually, that will also indicate in future. He could have taken such a satisfaction that will be decided in the future. That's why he says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. This is a bafflement. This is a confusion. The poet is torn with such a dilemma, and such a spiritual confusions. And the two roads diverge in a wood. Again, the poet has mentioned, and he took the one less travel, that unconventional one. He resorted to becoming a poet or successful writer. And that choice which has made his different from others, and he has got successful. And you'll be knowing that this poet finally in the America has become one of the successful poets. Now question is the contentment. Regarding contentment, there is a put a questions. That question is unanswered. But regarding the contentment, as fact tells, the poet has become successful, being an unofficial laureate. But this poem is all about the poet's autobiography. But I like to say, in our human lives, we get options, many options, but we have to choose one, and that choose one will be right to us one. Otherwise, we have to depend for that. Regarding the choices of our one's career, regarding our many courses of life, life itself a journey. While you are taking decisions, we should be very much wise, alert, decisive, because decision is not a person's whims, but rather it should be well guided, well thought, well arrayed. Once you have thrown the arrow, it is not possible to have that is called thrown arrow back. Not possible. That once you have shot the arrow, not possible to return it. That aspect you should remember. So you being a student, while you have taken choice of your career, you will be guided and guided by your aptitude, by your inclinations. Even parents should not guide or guide your student as a matter of that is called fat salary job. And you might have seen, or you might have also seen the movie of 3 Years, where this scenario has been well reflected. And similarly, parents are also requested to guide your sons according to their aptitude, so that they should be successful. And finally, contentment matters most. If you are contented with your professions and accordingly you will go through, then ultimately happiness comes to you. And this contentment is the soul of happiness. Don't compare yourself with others. Don't be jealous of others' success. You content with. Maybe sometimes you have taken such a choice that seems to be in other eyes that may be the profit making, but no, that is not the life at all. In the life, what content will get it? Maybe the meager amount of salary that you are getting, that will be reach you the ultimate happiness. That will do so. So in our life, we have to practice that great king like Rajarsi Janaka, where we have to do our life in such a height, but our main method will be also spiritual emblematic, so that we can also get success. So this is all about the poem. I have also tried myself to reach you. I think I am successful, and thank you. Stay connected.